Welcome back to The Juice.
Bang!
Je suis sur un podcast live avec Mathieu, Just Donato puis Vinny.
Okay.
And Mathieu is asking you, Matt, you ask him himself.
Yeah, so Etienne said that you would be interested in running the tournament that Etienne's hosting up in his town.
Yeah, I think actually I was maybe running it with Max, but
Tell me who you
This is not going to go over well, bro, to any overseas listeners.
Just might see us at Worlds. Maybe.
Dude,
If not us, who?
right? I know they definitely need observers.
Like dried raisins.
Dry. See, I'm not a big raisin guy. I don't even know the slightest thing about raisins. So
It's Kyle Keenan. Keenan is key.
Gabe Finocchi is going to be playing with.
They're like witches brewing up these perfect balls.
Connors, you're next.
Yeah.
For me, I decided it was the right thing to do, and then ultimately went to Salt Lake City and kicked his ass.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, what are you playing naked?
Flapwick is a handsome dude, and he's tall. Good looking dude. I definitely would go more 7.
I think if there's anything I've learned from this past week, it's that if you make a lot of noise and get a lot of attention, it doesn't matter if you're doing a good job, but like you will get the attention.
I know a lot of the things that I say might be viewed as controversial.
It was a bit of a bitch ass move.
Are you serious?
That's so good.
You're listening to Spiked Lemonade, the only Roundnet podcast that squeezes out all the juice in the Roundnet community right now. Today we got a very special episode with a couple boys. I'm Matt Splark. We got another co-host
Josh D.
and some special guys from the True North, Vinny and Etienne. How are you guys?
Woo! What's up, everyone? Happy to be here again. It's going to be some fun stuff tonight.
Vinny, is Emerson in there? I thought I heard something.
Woo!
Oh, he does it way louder than that.
Is it
I was
my
gonna say,
first
please
time
don't.
or my second time on the podcast? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, for the listener, Vinny has been on before, and we lost the footage completely. Or we had the footage, we just didn't have the audio.
It was not good enough.
Yeah, it was actually really good. That's the problem. And we're here to talk about ASL, which last year, after you came on, Etienne, we had Vinny on, I think like the week after, actually. And we talked about like some of the ASL stuff. And like I had this whole spreadsheet of how I like would have like pair scored you guys differently in like rounds 3 and 4 or whatever, like the last 2 rounds of this thing. And then we went back and forth, and Vinny was telling me like, oh, like this matchup wouldn't have worked because you really don't play well with so-and-so. So it was a lot of fun. It was a good one. And Matt kind of fucked us a little bit. I still love you, bro, but he's kind of screwed us.
God damn.
There's
boy.
so much tentacles that go into everything, and then this was like episode 2 of having like the new sound system, and I forgot to connect the Bluetooth. Yeah, that's what happened.
It's okay.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen tonight.
No,
Yeah,
virtual
we're
can't.
good.
Virtual
We're
can't.
good.
It's not our stuff. So hopefully
It's
we're
our
good.
stuff.
Well,
All right,
Vinny,
Matt, so-
happy to have you.
Matt, part 1. What are we getting into first?
Part 1. Let's see what happened recently. American Spikers League Program Playoffs 2025. Nobody thought they could do it. Everybody was preying on Canada's downfall. You guys come into the land of the free and take home the number 1 trophy. How does that feel? I know when I was standing next to Vinny during the podium picture, he said something like, "It's good to be in the middle." And I thought that was really funny. You're finally in the middle for once. And go through how that makes you feel.
You go, Vinny.
I think like in the last 2 years or so, I think Canada has a lot of like, we had a great competition, but I think we didn't have the finish we wanted. So like with the Canada team or just in my season, like in the 2 past seasons. So I think it was just a great time for like, you know, when you finish a tournament and like, you know, you can do better. So you get like compared to other tournaments where you give all you can, but you don't finish. That time when you finish like first and you can like more enjoy like the night and stuff with your friends, I think it's a special moment.
Yeah.
When you guys, go ahead.
Well, yeah, for me as well, same like Vinny said, like for Canada as a country, two second places at Worlds back to back, championship. Vinny got second 2 years ago. Never really had the energy to go far at the championship either. So, this meant a lot for us. And, going in, we were confident, we had the club, and yeah, we did it. It happened. It was an incredible moment.
With you guys and your day, we'll get through it a little bit, like from the beginning till the end. Anything we want to talk about, we have a couple questions about day one and then into day two. But just to fast forward to the end, because this is sort of like what people are wondering, at least in our circles. I don't know about beyond that. But does it feel like to you guys that this is a notch in the Canada versus US rivalry? Is this a dub for you guys? And before you answer, I think there are two ways to look at it, because realistically, it wasn't the United States' best. So in a squad format, the U.S. didn't put their best 7 on the field. But it took a whole day worth of you guys as just one club fighting through all of the clubs represented in the U.S. And then when you got to the finals with everything on the line, you had to battle arguably the world's best team. Whether they're completely healthy or not, who really gives a shit? It's still probably the best team in the world, and you beat them. So I kind of am on the fence with it. I've gone both ways because I can be easily swayed in these kinds of arguments. But I wanted to hear from you guys. Is this a notch? Is this Canada versus US? You're holding this one down? Or do you have to really beat like some of the best?
I think both me and Vinny have beaten some of the best in the past years. So I think just winning this tournament, ASL, it's the biggest tournament after Worlds, I think. Level wise, it's not 2 versus 2, it's a different structure, it's squads. But yeah, we're the best squad in the world at the moment. So for us, I think it's a big dub, we were really happy. If we had lost that, it would have been really tough, So no, every one of the boys, and you can't see like in the reaction video at the end, the crowd, all Quebec coming over, like all the US, no one came to us, but all Canadians, everyone was there. So for sure, it was big for us.
I think we're aware of like Team Canada is like mainly like in Quebec and like BC or Ontario. So like we're more like centralized. So for this type of tournament, I think we have a little edge against the US that are splits. But once we're there and like the energy is there, doesn't really matter. Like we don't like. It's a bit less bigger in Worlds and like other tournaments, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy like whatever is the stake, because the energy, the vibe was like similar to Worlds. It's the squad tournaments, and like yeah.
As we're talking, I was gonna say, so the stakes are a little higher, or not as high as Worlds. What do you guys think? Did you make more money ASL, or did you make more money at Worlds?
I made more money 2 years ago. 2 years ago at ASL for finishing 4th in Worlds.
Wait, people made money at Worlds? I didn't know that.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
No. Well, no, there's no money at Worlds. It's just more for the experience. I would, I don't regret it. I'm still going to pay, and I'm still going to go. And even if there's money or no money, the experience is the biggest experience you can experience as a round-net player. So. Yeah, money's different. It's nice to make cash, but I would have loved to win Worlds. So
for sure,
both of them, are very similar in that term of money or no money. You're gonna be that feeling. It's gonna be nuts.
And talking about the centralized locations too in Canada, right? So you got most of Canada round is in like Ontario, Quebec, or BC, like you said. How many guys on your squad were on Team Canada last year at Worlds?
All of them besides Guillaume.
It takes almost a whole Canada team to just barely squeeze out a win against a very little area of US.
I think you knew the answer.
I just wanted to throw that in there. I wanted to throw that. I wanted to hear you guys say.
It's not hard to like
the little nicks off of the US Canada rivalry.
I mean, of course, everyone knows that U.S. has the most depth. The sport is played in most states. In Canada, like
Good counter.
only three, like four states really play.
Is there much of a scene in like maybe like even a casual scene out in like I feel like the middle region kind of lacks.
Well, listen, there's BC all the way west.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle, you got Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Like Alberta has a little something, but yeah, I think the community is still happening, but the they have maybe one, two players that came to our trouts, and it's still a big gap. The level is still far from what it is in Quebec, Ontario, and BC. And then after that, after Manitoba, you have Quebec, Ontario, and then all the way east, you have Nova Scotia, you have like, Halifax has a small community, but nah, it's really those three provinces: Quebec, BC, and Ontario. And Quebec has the most depth, So even there, like, yeah, it's just crazy, because you guys in the states, LA, you got Florida, you got New York, New Jersey, you got Massachusetts, like you got Boise, Utah. This is crazy, and I can keep going. All big communities.
What do you think was the biggest difference in coming up a little bit short last year at ASL specifically to closing the job this year?
You can go first, Vinny.
I think if you take the same squad beside like Ellie and you put Tom, I think all the players are a bit better and more experienced than last ASL. Like if you take Guillaume, for example, I think he's a much like experienced player now. So like playing in finals against the big boys, he can like step up more his game. I think last year, like a lot of us like didn't play not well in the final, but like we expected more. But this time, I think also I don't know, the energy was good. I think we felt like more connected after Worlds. So I think taking the same squad, we have just like I think we had fun both years, but this time we were more experienced.
And you can ask the same question to the Michigan squad, to last year and this year, but it all came down to 2 points. It could have went either way. It just came out to, clutch. And everyone played really well for both squads, so it was a battle.
It's gotta be nice having like a tight squad like that where you play so often with them. Like you're playing pickup with these guys, and you're also playing some of the biggest tournaments in the world with these guys as well. That's gotta like make some sort of camaraderie that's unlike any other, just with the whole squad, top to bottom.
Yeah, no, for sure. Those Quebec boys with who we won. Yeah, no, it's special. There's no one crazier as us. Like in a lot of ways, we're just tight. We're close. We did a lot together, but like we don't see each other at all. We only see each other during summers.
So we don't grind pickup that much. It's mostly like tournaments.
You don't play pickup. I don't play pickup at all.
Really? So it's just solo grinding and then tournaments?
Not even.
Actually, that's funny because like in the past 3 years, I've grinded like a lot. And last year I didn't grind that much, like solo grinding. And before ASL, I did not play at all for like after like championship. So I was actually surprised. Like that was the time we went on top after like I think few of us still grinded, but like for me and Etienne, we didn't. I think we tried to pick up like once. I think we played like Pepper like for 45 minutes in a squash room.
No, it was terrible.
And that's it before ASL. So like in like 4 or 5
that
minutes.
Was not Pepper. Vinny was, myself. I can lock in a little. Get some good rep. Vinny talking the whole time. Hey guys, 30 minutes later, all right, let's just go hit the gym. So besides hitting the gym, no, yeah, it's the Quebec City, where Max, Thomas, Guillaume, Anthony Saint Martin, a couple of other guys, like they play Sunday and Monday. They play twice a week, if not more. Then the Montreal area, you got Ollie Laurent, you have Jeremy Gagnon, who's like 45 minutes away. You have Ellie, you have a bunch of other good guys that are pretty good. So, those two areas they play. But in Sherbrooke, there's me, there's Vinny, there's Sam Prince with the torn ACL, and that's it. So, yeah,
You guys are pretty spaced out.
Huh?
Pretty spaced out.
Pretty spaced out, and during weekends we work, or during the week we work. It's just it's so when summer's happening, and now we're ready for the season. That's when we always hang out. But yeah, during, let's say, after Worlds and after the championship, after that, literally, and I would love to hang out and I would love to play or just whatever, do stuff with the boys, but it's just tough, man. Everyone's in different places, and then everyone has girlfriends, plans. It's yeah.
So
There's
if
a
you
lot
wanted
of
to get a
things
pickup going for the summer and you want those three cities to get together, so Sherbrooke, Montreal, Quebec City, how far are each of you guys driving to get to like a middle point? Like what's the average drive?
An hour, 30 minutes maybe.
Wow.
It's if we all regroup at the same place. So I think we did that before. I think when I was playing with Etienne for Wasabi, I think we didn't play a lot together, so I had to drive 2 hours to only play pickups at 10 p.m. and then come back to go to school the next day. So we had to do it, but right now we don't have to do it, so we mostly don't do it.
Wow. Yeah, and for me, the last summer was the first summer that I was in Quebec. For the last 6 years, I was in BC. I lived in BC for 5 years, then went back for the summer, before I spent the first summer last summer here. So yeah, but BC, was way easier to play pickup, and we used to play pickup 2-3 times, if not more, at the beach, grass, a lot. And yeah, in Quebec last summer, I think I played one pickup in Quebec the whole summer. Yeah, and if I play pickup is when I'm on a trip, and then I get to play with the other boys. But yeah.
So going back to ASL, when you guys arrived, who did you see as maybe 1, 2, or 3 of the main threats? You guys obviously had a lot of confidence in yourselves. I could kind of see it throughout, mostly in day 2, but day 1 too a little bit. Who did you see as the main threats? We're gonna have to get through this team 1, 2, potentially 3 to get this done.
We're talking about squads.
I think Livonia without Clap is a bit less scary. So compared to last year, I think Livonia was a threat, but maybe not a main threat. So for me, I think for the most of the boys, I think we're okay, we just focus on being first in pool play and going to final, and whoever makes it through the 5 or 6 best squads, we're gonna play them. So for me, there was no one squad standing out, but I'm just gonna play them, whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always telling the boys, because we're a confident squad, and everyone's we have Max Prince, who every time the only word he can say in English is "it's free." It's gonna be free. It's gonna be free. And every time there's a round or we're playing he say it's free, but I'm just reminding the boys that, okay, guys, we're playing LA now. We're playing the vibe. It's gonna play. You gotta lock in. There's not gonna be easy games. So them, I know LA was gonna be good. Utah surprised me. I didn't think Utah was gonna have. I mean, their upper team, Pack, Church, Garrett surprised me a lot. Garrett improved a lot. But yeah, in the upper games, I played one with Vinny against Church and Pack. We won 21-19.
And also, they went 2-1 first round against us.
Yeah.
Our first loses of the tournament. I was okay, we're down 2-1. Let's focus.
Yeah. That was the first time we were okay, we gotta lock in, boys. Yeah. But
who was the?
Go ahead, Matty.
Who was the most fun squad you played all weekend?
I'll say mine, then Vinny, you say yours. If we're talking about competition, Livonia for sure. But if we're talking, about just good vibes and playing around. I don't know. I really like, for me, playing against Athens. I really like. I never played or met Peyton, and I thought he was. I played against him, I think, every game, and I played with Thomas and with Jay, and I don't know. I thought those guys were pretty chill and fun vibes. So those were my two favorite squads.
I think for me it was Cali in semis. I think the matchup I had was just like fun. I think first game I played like Buddy and who was it? Buddy and I don't know. And then I played like Josh and Jacob, and like all the games were like it was semifinals, so it was like there was competition, but also like the calls were fine. We were having fun. I think with Jacob and Josh, we did like some dumb serve at the end. Like it was just fun. But also all the first squad we played were also very fun to play because like when you start pool play, you kind of know like that we're gonna win the matchup. So like everybody's like in the chill states and like in chill state, and we don't like argue for calls and stuff. So like those matchup are also very fun to play.
Yeah, I agreed as well.
It's interesting that you brought up like the calls a couple times because as I watched through some of the footage from 2023's ASL, I feel like you guys kind of got boned on a couple calls back then. Did you feel like that happened less this year?
I mean,
I feel like it's so random, the calls, like you don't control it. I think every tournament I played last year or 2 years ago, the past 2 years, it's like you never know what's gonna come. Sometimes it's on your side, sometimes it's not. I don't know I think this year was fine, but like obviously when you win, you don't like focus on those negative calls. But when you lose because you remember one call, then it triggers you for sure. So yes, this year it felt like the calls were chill, but at the same time, in the final when I played with Etienne, and I remember one serve he did, it was an ace for sure. And from my perspective, it was like super clean. And then you don't have the points at like 12-12, and you're like, what? So like, if you lose the game, you remember that one, but if you win, you just forget it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That makes sense. Etienne, did you have any? We brought it up on the broadcast, and then we talked about it in the last podcast. It was kind of funny seeing that full circle moment, bro, of you versus Henry in a competitive setting compared to last year. Like, does that kind of thing cross your mind at all, or are you just so laser focused that you don't really even care? Be honest though. Don't get what I mean. Don't give me the bullshit answer. Give me the truth.
Well, the truth is, last year, I don't know, the zone that I was in last year and this year were two different zones. Last year, I don't know, I was more vocal and I was more reactive.
Mm-hmm.
So, I remember, it was Mac serving against Jensen, clean reverse, right through the chest of Jensen. I turn around, Jensen calls hi. And I turn around, Henry's not even watching the game. He's literally picking up balls. Turns around, calls hi, and that just, I mean,
Yeah,
you get it, right? You get it. Let's just at least just say you didn't see it. So as soon as I saw that, of course, I went to see Rich, and I was like, this guy's out. I don't want him. And then there we go. We had Fred observing, which was way better. And this year, are you talking about me playing Henry or me like observe?
I'm just talking about you ending up in the finals again, and him being there again in a different way now, and then what I mean. It's kind of a funny full circle moment.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, it didn't really affect me that I was playing against him, not at all. But the zone that I was in this year, I don't know. I was in a good zone, relaxed and more quiet, just in my head, just locked in, and that's a way better zone, No matter what the calls were, I was just okay. Frick it, let's just focus on the next one.
I think Henry.
Yeah, go
I think Henry made a good American call. Looking back at it, but each their own. Each their own.
Those are good times. Yeah, I remember last podcast I was on too. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think you almost said it word for word, the same thing.
Listen, I watched around it. I mean, I didn't have to watch this video. I just remembered it happening live, but I watch a lot of our videos again and again and again just to see like what went right, what went wrong, and yeah, that was crazy. But I still
But
love
you
Henry.
guys would
No,
say,
no.
yeah, good. He's a good dude. I actually
Oh,
thought he
great
played
guy.
really well. I was
Yeah.
really impressed with his level because I even told Jonah on the broadcast I thought he would have been like a glaring weakness on their team, and he like kind of wasn't. Like he was solid, played well. What did you guys think?
I mean, first serve on me, he got me, so I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
He can play.
Henry's good. Like I thought it was, last year was Jensen, this year it was Henry, but both of them are great players. I know that
Yeah,
Henry could do some damage as a 7. And
definitely.
I'm not sure, I don't remember, but Vinny, you and Jay, did you beat Thomas and Henry, or they beat you?
Etienne, I did not win any games
Really? Yeah,
besides
so that
the
seed. Damn. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, Henry
Is that
popped
why
off.
you didn't play, bro? Is that why you didn't play in that round, in the 4th round?
Okay, actually, what happened is last year ASL in the final 3 rounds, I lost all of them, and then going into this ASL, I was like, okay, I want to win at least one game in final. so first game with Jay, we lose. Then I played with Ali. We got destroyed like to 11. And then I played with
The first one you played with Max.
oh yeah, with Max, Jay, and whatever. I lost 3 of them,
Right.
but I was feeling decent, But like going into the 4th round, we only had the 1 game to win, and then somebody had to bench. Like it was either me, Jay, Guillaume, or Etienne.
Yep.
I think I got it right. And then
No. Are you right? Did Jay bench?
Jay didn't bench.
Jay didn't bench. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't
You're right.
believe he did.
No,
I don't
no.
believe he sat.
So Etienne was going around like, who feels good? And like I was like, I feel fine. But Jay and Guillaume were feeling on fire.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, Etienne, for sure you play. If you guys both feel like awesome, I mean, I lost all my games, so I don't mind sitting. I mean, you just have to win at least 1 net. So I don't mind benching, but just to win 1.
That's crazy, yeah.
And then I'm sitting, I'm watching all the games, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's tight.
So you went into that final match, that overtime match, 0-4.
0-3.
0-3.
Yeah.
0-3.
Yeah. Or 06 if you count all finals for both years.
Wow. Did that impact at all going in? Did it make you more hungry? Did it make you more
Actually, I wasn't there.
hungry?
I wasn't there for the to this, like when they choose we're gonna send for the final game. I was going to pee, but I was like, okay, we lost the game. I'm for sure. I was convinced I was not playing actually because I was just benching, and I lost all my games. So I went like to pee, and I came back, and it was like, all right, Vinny, lock in. You go with me. And like deep inside of me, I wished very much like I was gonna play, but like if you would have asked me that time, I was like, no, I don't want to play.
Right.
But then when he said like, all right, Vinny, it's time to go, I was like, let's go.
Yeah, just got to lock in. Like, you want to hear the juice now?
We do.
You want to hear? That's why we're here, eh? Okay, so, we lose round 3. We're heading to OT. And, I see my girlfriend, Shonda. I see Max. And I think it was Ollie. And that's at the time that, I told Vinny, all right, like, put on your cleats, lock in, it's time. No. And you see, I just look at my girlfriend, and my girlfriend is looking at me like, you're not going to choose Max? like she keeps going like, are you serious? Like, and I'm in my zone, I'm chill, she's yapping, and I just tell her like, hey, instead of like talking like negative, just be positive, right? And let us do our thing. And she's like, okay.
That's great. That's too great, bro.
But yeah, and then Yeah. And then I talked to Max, and I was like, I just want to ask him like, how do you feel? And he's like, what do you mean? How do I feel? I don't mind playing, like, And I was just asking, if he's hungry, he's hungry. If he's not hungry, he's not hungry. But deep down, like the weekend before, we were supposed to put Vinny 4 and
What?
Jay number 2.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh boy, that could have raised some eyebrows.
And then 1 hour before submitting rankings, and we all agreed that we're doing me, Jay, Max, Vinny, Guillaume, the rest goes Ollie, Thomas. And I don't know, after playing Reval the day before, I don't know, I just had a good feeling. I was like, nah, I got to put Vinny second, Jay going fourth, just because of, I don't know, the vibe Vinny was playing, just how comfortable, no stress, just present and having fun. I was like, I need that in big games. And yeah, it paid off. Yeah.
Definitely.
But I was fourth, but also like the week before going to ASL, I played tennis and I sprained my ankle. And it was kind of bad. Like when it happened, I was like, guys, I'm like, I cannot walk on it right now. But like, I was lucky, like there was the rival tournaments before, so I could like try to put a brace and try it. And that's when we realized, okay, I can play. Like I can play like maybe 90% of like running and stuff. So then Etienne decided to change it. But like each day we were there, we were like changing the matchup order like every day.
Dang.
And imagine, I'm the one doing the rankings, and I'm asking Vinny, hey, how do you feel? Where do you want me to put you? I don't know. I don't mind. Okay. Jay, where do you want to be? I don't mind. Max, you want to be? I don't mind. All right, boys. Fuck. So, I went with my gut, and yeah, I think it paid off. Yeah.
Could you imagine if you had Vinny at 4 and you couldn't even pick him for overtime? He wasn't even an option, right? You had to be 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like even if Vinny was 4, let's say, like, I think Jeremy is still like a good option. Like even Max,
and Max as well.
we're not like in trouble. We have some solid players like that can go. I still believe that if Vinny was not there, I would have went me and Jay, because Jay in those moments as well, he's like just zoned in, and he's hungry. And yeah, like after round 3, he came up to me. He's like, Etienne, I want to play. Etienne, I want to play. Hey, I want to play. Is there something we can do? Go talk to Alex. I was like, bro, I can't do. You're gonna have to trust us. All right.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maddie, anything else ASL specific you want to get through with these guys about their days? Because we have other things we got to get to too, so I don't want to hang up too long.
No, I think we got everything. I mean, it was a hell of a day. Congrats to you guys. I mean,
thanks, boys.
Finally, you needed that middle spot. You earned it. You're in that middle spot. So
thank you,
Matt. If it's cool with you, I'm gonna rip the mid episode game as opposed to ending with it, just to kind of like we'll bring the energy up, and then I'll let you take the next segment.
Does the winner get your hat? Is that how it works?
Winner gets a hat, double hat. We had to leave there with the champs.
You guys see that hat?
Yeah.
Talk about squeezing juice. Take a look at Josh's hat. Turn around.
Is it ASL? What is it? Chimp? I think.
Who did you steal it from?
Yeah, is one of your boys missing one?
No, it was at the Airbnb. I don't know how we got it, to be honest.
No, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah, no, everyone has their hat. I guarantee it. I think it was extra actually. But okay, so here we go. We're gonna go with this game, which is unnamed. I tried to come up with a name for it, but everything was just kind of cheesy, so we're leaving it alone. But here's the game and how it's gonna work. Just keep track of your own points. Matt, I'm sending you something right now on the phone. It's going to be a game to see how well you guys know each other. So it's 1v1v1. Hold on, Spo.
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage
right now. What's that, bro?
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage here. We got 2 people who live like right next to each other.
Yeah, that's true. You are at a slight disadvantage. All right, here you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm sending a question to Matt. He hasn't seen it yet. Matt, I would like for you to take a second, look at that question, and text me back your answer. What's gonna happen is everyone's gonna get 2 questions. You're gonna sit on it, think about it for a second. I'm gonna text you, and before the person reveals their answer, you guys are gonna try and guess what Matt's answer is going to be to this question. So you're not giving your answer; you're giving what you think Matt is going to say. So Spo, go ahead, hit me with the answer to this as you ponder. And then I'm going to open the floor to you guys right now as Matt answers this question. So question number 1. Who does Matt Spo believe is the best Canadian round net player? So
it can be anyone.
Think about it.
My answer's locked.
Okay, the answer is locked in. So what I need from you guys is to think about it and then give me what you think Matt's answer is and why. His answer is locked in. So go ahead.
But is it like between me and Etienne or all Canada?
Anyone, any Canadian.
Okay. Anyone.
Damn, Matt.
Who Matt said?
It's interesting.
He's looking away. Why is he looking away? I think
Matt, I'm sending you a question too.
I think he's looking away because it's Etienne and he doesn't want to look him in the eyes. Now you're looking at me. No.
Okay.
What do you think?
Alrighty, talk to me. What do you guys got?
Etienne, we need to talk about it.
Yeah, you can say it. I'm gonna you. You're good.
You can have different answers.
I'm
You
dead.
can have the same answer. You can have different answers.
You can have the same answer.
Okay.
Playing against each other.
We have to talk about it, but we can't say the answer.
You can say it.
Okay.
No, we discussed. We have to guess who we picked.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say that I believe he wrote Vinny because every time you played him, you smoked him.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember Christmas Classic when he used to play with Corey. You played with Ellie. Then I remember when you played Cold Sweep against Shaitar and Matt in Toronto.
It was you and Shaitar last time.
I think you're the dark horse for Matt. He hasn't played Blake, but he played me and you. He came pretty close with me, so I would assume he had a harder run against you. So that's why.
Yeah,
okay.
but I think
Vinny, what do you think?
He can pick not from his personal experience. He can just pick who he thinks is the best player at all. So that's why. That's why I think he picked Etienne.
Okay, answers are in.
I hesitated between Vinny, me, and Blake.
Okay, that's valid. Matty Spo, you have the answer here.
You're gonna say Blake?
Okay, so I was thinking Blake, but then I realized I've only played Blake one time in co-ed in Salt Lake City a couple years ago, and I wasn't at my best, and I don't know, my service was off, right? Then it was between you guys. I think that's for most people. If you were talking about best player in Canada, you guys are probably the two arguments. I thought about, okay, Vinny has gotten me in the past, but looking back at it, he's just a big goofball, and he played with top players when he beat me, where Etienne was playing with this guy named who was it? Chris Brown, I think his name was.
Chris Brown.
No, I put Etienne because
I
just felt with good. It had nothing to do with partners, nothing to do with anything. I feel like recently, just in the sport, I feel like as of right now, I would put Etienne number 1. But it was close. I had to think about it.
Okay, so keep track of your own.
I got
points
1
right
point
now. Yes, and we're gonna go 2 questions for everybody. So Maddie, you're in this game too, because when I ask them the questions, you'll be live. Question number 2: which top player will be most impacted negatively with the new big ball? So which player with the big ball is going to get hindered the most? Who does Matt Spo believe? His answer is locked in.
Okay, yeah.
So whenever you're ready.
And is it anyone in the world or Canadian?
I think
or
pro player.
This is anyone in the world.
Damn, that's crazy, Josh.
And
that's so hard. We need to pick.
We'll condense it to a
pro division last year.
Division
okay.
Pro division from 2024.
Yes.
Yep.
I have my answer.
Impact. Okay, that's good. Okay, I got a thing here.
I mean, it's even hard, for me to choose. Being in his head is
Come on.
You got to get in his head, bro.
I think he picked Kieran.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Jesus, no time to think. All right.
Take your time.
Bro, it's a game.
Okay. Still want to win.
That's a very confident answer.
I'm hesitating between two people, but I'm gonna. Okay, you said Kieran.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Caleb Cummings.
Caleb Cummings as a pro that's going to be impacted negatively.
From his reaction, I don't think he chose Caleb.
Matty Spo, give us the details. What's your answer?
So I said Clap. I think because his game is big, swing ball gets spin, right?
Yeah.
And then if he tries to do that big swing to a push, that's going to get eaten up every single time with a big ball, right?
Good answer.
Okay, so we have our score. We're still 1-0-0. Etienne, your first question just came through. Boys, as he's looking at it and thinking about his answer, this is his first question. Which player in RoundNet would be the most likely to be thrown out of a tournament for their behavior? So somebody who could have such an outburst that would warrant getting tossed from a tournament.
And are we talking about pro?
I think pro is probably a good one. If you have, I think we can go pro.
Well, I think that's the most common it would happen.
Sure, absolutely. So we'll stick to that. So don't give it yet. Let them. Oh yeah,
Pro
you have to text me. Okay, cool. The answer's locked in. So now you guys talk me through it. Who do you think he decided has the most likely?
Pro 2024 or just pro anytime?
Pro 2024.
Pro 2024.
Most likely to get kicked out of a tournament?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Thomas Hoffman.
There's like,
I remember that net in Raleigh,
bro. Yes.
Was it Raleigh? Yeah.
I don't know which
fun.
one he went for. I think it's Etienne choose. I don't know. I only have Will Picone in my head because he almost got kicked out in Philly, so that's why. But Etienne, I will go with Will. I don't know.
Okay, Etienne, the floor is yours. What was your answer and why?
My answer was Pack. Because
he's better now, dude. He's a changed man.
Well, I don't know. Listen, both your answers were really good. Picone, I never would have thought it, Vinny. But Thomas, I forgot about him, and yes, but I still go with my answer number one, Pack, because Pack's a good guy, but there's some times when I don't know what he's thinking. He said it himself. He's spontaneous and things happen. But some of the stuff that he says, I think sometimes it's a lot, and he's not afraid to say it so people hear it. And that, in my opinion, if I don't know, it would happen in a professional sport, not like RoundNet. I don't know, you could get fined or get kicked out.
Oh, okay.
So that's my answer.
Good answer.
It's not a bad one.
I think from an outside perspective, I think Pac for me is more intense, but I don't think for me he will get kicked out of a tournament. It doesn't make sense for me. I've never seen him in that way. That's why I was maybe I didn't think about it.
Do you?
I really haven't either.
Yeah.
I like your answer though. I really haven't either. I've heard of that, but I haven't seen that from him.
Yeah. But he's still low key about it. But I don't know. It's just some stuff is a lot to say. Yes.
Understood.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Second question going through right now. Etienne, to your phone. Boys, his second question is, if Etienne in 2025 had to select a co-ed partner to win the championship, let's say, you know what I mean, in this make-believe world, it's whatever the highest level of play is, who would he pick from the women's game and why to represent his team for this season? And don't say your answers yet because his answer is not in.
Okay.
Hold on. We have something coming through. It is in. Okay. This is a fantastic answer.
I will let Matt speak because I know the answer.
Let's go.
He knows the answer. Okay. So that's giving me, it's got to be a Canadian. If Etienne was smart, he'd probably pick Laura. But this Canadian bias vibe I'm getting makes me want to say something else. And I'm going to say Shonda, because if he doesn't pick Shonda, it makes him look bad.
That's a good answer, Matt.
There is. Wait, is it like his partner for 2025?
Yep, if he had to pick one.
Nah, no chance. It's Shonda.
I hope she watches this. I'm sending her this clip.
She's gonna love your answer, Matt.
Yeah,
I think I'm not sure anymore because you brought up Laura, so I'm like, but no, it's Kara.
Vinny's right.
Yeah,
Vinny's right.
Yeah, and the reason for that is, in all the partners I played with, guys or girls, I don't know, Kara's just low key, super low key, and good vibes. And the whole season when we played, I don't know, just great person to be around and to play with. So yeah, Kara for sure. And even how Laura's good at the game, I feel I have a better connection with Kara. So yeah, that's why.
Have you played with her before?
With who?
Kara.
Yeah. For squad. For the Cote Pro.
Yes. I didn't. Cote Pro was hard to follow last year. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, but
and Spikeball Torsi kind of just erased in my brain recently. So,
like every tournaments, every Cote tournaments, Etienne was like, "Oh, I love playing with Kara. Oh, she's so good." And then you brought up this question. Crazy, yeah. You said this question. I was like, "That's too easy."
Not fair.
And the thing that is just like the coolest about her game style is that she's so nonchalant about everything. That's just cool to watch when someone like doesn't even seem to try, just does a sick play. It's crazy.
Like Joe Bondi.
And going from Katie to Kara, crazy change. I love Katie, but just like in terms of vibes,
yeah,
crazy the difference.
Difference. How did you like being around Trip and having Trip sort of manage the team?
To be honest, I don't know. I didn't really care what Trip thought. I'm grateful that he paid for our jerseys, and most of the time that we were somewhere, he would let me borrow the car. I'm really grateful for everything that he did for me outside of the game. But in the day during the game, whenever he would have his little when he would lose his shit or whatever, I'm like, bro, come on, yeah, that is a little crazy in this sport to see.
I think also Etienne is like a chill guy, so I think that's kind of a good fit because he Etienne doesn't mind about anything.
Yeah, I don't mind at the end of the day. It doesn't affect the way I play or the way I'm going to behave. He's not going to change who I am. But, whenever I would see and then Katie would get upset or sometimes she would start tearing up, I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just curious. Okay, so to catch us up, Vinny has 2.
Oh, yeah.
Spo, 0. Etienne, 0. So right now, somebody has to knock both of these questions out to tie this up because there is an overtime question.
Gotta lock in here.
So, question number 1 for Vinny. He has been sent question 1 is, who is, and we're going to say for the Pro Ball because we don't have enough experience with the Big Ball. Who right now is the best defensive player in round net? Who is the best defender in round net? So you can start brainstorming. The answer is in. And yeah, it's the best in round net. So whatever you want.
I hate this.
I love this.
Etienne, you go first.
I'm gonna say me.
I think somebody's gonna clutch this up.
I'm gonna say Etienne.
I was also gonna say Etienne.
I love that fucking answer. I love that answer.
Really? What are you gonna say?
This game is fun, though.
Spo. It's now or never, baby.
I'm going with Etienne as well.
Wow. Okay, so you both double up on the Etienne train. Vinny, the floor is yours. Talk to me, man, through your answer.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
It's not the name.
We
So
forgot
we're
about
talking
Paul.
normal pro ball, not German wet sticky ball.
But we
Normal
forgot.
ball.
That's crazy. We forgot about what? But we see them
Etienne
once a
is
year.
a good defense player, but
We see them once a year. You're right. Paul's a good answer. God damn, I forgot about Paul. Damn. Yeah. There's also Robin. No, we forgot. Damn, I forgot about those guys. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I remembered about them, but I just chose Etienne because I thought.
But no, Vinny's answer, I respected. It's solid. Yeah, I would have said it. I just forgot.
I think his style is so unique and so impressive. I'm like, when I got that question, I was like, yeah,
fair.
Okay, here's the final question. I just sent it to you, bro. I'm changing it slightly from what I texted you because I think the answer could be a little bit more obvious. So here's how it's going to get amended. The question is, if Vinny could pick a partner for you, Etienne, for the 2025 season, but Vinny, the one change is he has to be an American.
Oh.
Who would you, because I just didn't want to go the easy if it's in system again, which we don't know. But let's go. If you had to pick an American partner for Etienne for the season 2025, under any sort of rules that may come, who would you give him?
Like any rules?
And text it. What's that, bro?
Like this current rules, or like we don't know?
Yeah, like I mean, we're in that weird state. So pro ball could flirt with some big ball. You know what I mean? If it was kind of like this year, like you wanted him to play with somebody this year, and have a good chance. And I'll let you know once this answer comes in. In the meantime, you guys start brainstorming as he's thinking about it. Does your mind go to anybody in particular, Maddie? Because you know the U.S. landscape pretty good.
I think so. Unfortunately, I know it would be me, but we're doing pros only, so I'm not gonna go there.
That's a good answer, Matt.
So I know who it is. So I'm gonna let Etienne go first.
I don't even know.
He hasn't answered yet.
I know who it is, Vinny. Hey, Vinny, look at me in the eyes.
Don't say it yet.
I know who it is.
Don't say it yet because he hasn't sent anything.
Canadians will be so much easier.
Okay, well, I wanted to go in overtime maybe, so I'm not gonna say Matt's answer.
This is worth 2 points.
Okay, I don't know. I said something, but it can go like either way.
Okay, so the answer is locked in. I'll give you this hint. It's a pro from 2024. Who would Vinny have Etienne play with?
Matt, you go first.
I promise I'm not going to say your answer.
Okay, you go first still.
Yes, you go ahead, Maddie.
Of course!
Of course, that's the only answer. That's the only answer.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Vinny, if you say something different, then you're just wrong.
And then for me, I'm going to keep Paul. I'm going to go with Paul Seamer.
Oh, but he said
Paul
American.
Has to be an American.
American. God damn, I'm not listening. All right.
That's all right.
Okay, I'm going to go with Thomas Hamilton.
Vinny, floor is yours.
Yeah, it's Thomas Hamilton.
Come on, baby, let's go.
I was not sure I picked like the good person, but since it's your answer, I think I pick it like right.
That's
a horrible answer.
I mean, both answers were right. Like a little part of me was just hesitating someone else.
I forgot about Gabe actually when you said you showed the shirt. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good answer.
That would be good.
That's insane. You won't pick the best player in the world?
So that's another Canadian dub. We're starting to have a little bit of a trend here. So I have a quick little follow-up question for you, Etienne. It was going to be one of these questions, but it was a bit too wordy. So my question for you, and it's kind of under like the spilling the juice and trying to really get to the bottom of it. My question for you is, did you go into Christmas Classic with Kieran feeling as though playing with him was a bit of a test drive to see how you guys would play together for 2025? And if it was, did you leave the tournament kind of feeling like, okay, this just isn't going to work?
I went there to play spike ball. I didn't went there with looking for a partner or thinking a lot about things. I just went there to play round net. It was the first time I played since the championship. It was right before Christmas. I just finished my semester. I was just excited to go play round net. I didn't have any, and Kieran has asked me to play the season, but I told him, I don't, because this season is just so weird. So I think, I'm just gonna have some fun and play with a bunch of friends and mash up for the moment. But
Yep.
yeah, no, it's really different this season. So I don't see the point with teaming up with someone because every tournament, like each month's gonna be new rules. So I don't know. There's gonna be some players that will pop off. There's gonna be some players that are gonna struggle more. So yeah.
Makes sense. Well, I appreciate you guys playing the game. Matty Spo, take us to the next segment, bro. Take us to the next section.
I have a little thing I want to talk about too. I like with you just saying this year being crazy, right? And we're talking about big ball. We're talking about partners for the season, and the Premier Tour just falling apart a couple days ago. I feel like it would be terrible if we didn't bring this up, right? Premier Tour just fell apart.
And the week before you had the podcast, right?
Yes, or 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
But crazy, right? Did you guys have any interest in the Premier Tour before, like, as it was getting announced? As everything I saw, Etienne, you were signed up, right?
Yeah, Dan has asked me, and like I told him, I'm not in a rush to get signed up. And Sam was like, not Sam, but Dan was like, no, we got to sign up. Someone's gonna dodge the bullet, and then it's gonna keep going. But yeah, no. It was interesting to see, if the money was real, but damn, it took a turn, and now it's not even there anymore. So, yeah.
Vinny, did you have any interest?
Like, for me, with Roundnet, like it's either like everything or nothing. So like during the off season, I don't care much at all. So like, I don't like even for like partner season and stuff. I'm always late or like I don't want to think about it. Like I don't know, and just it's so intense that when it's off season, I just want to like live my life. And when it's happening again, I'm gonna get into it. So like I'm following a bit on the Discord and stuff, but I was not like gonna register or choose a partner or whatever. So my interest was like kind of low about it, but like it was interesting, but didn't think much of it.
That's fair.
Question
Were
now.
you bummed? Go ahead.
I want to hear about some juice, right? Some. Do you guys know about some teams beside Drawing Dead that we're not aware of, or you gotta keep it some secrets, or are you allowed to share?
Oh, that's tough. I know of 3 teams.
Oh,
Maddie, how many teams do you know about?
Ones that are playing this season together.
Yeah.
I know none.
That's a
one.
lie.
You know at least one.
You're gonna tell me that you don't know the team of your boy?
So he signed up with Gross for USAR.
Yeah, that's what I assume. They're playing the season together. That's my guess.
I want to say I'm in the same boat with that guess, and I think they both feel pretty confidently of like, let's try and run this thing.
Well, it would make sense, especially with those new rules and how it's going to be. I think it makes sense.
But yeah, after that, I really don't think. See, I thought that counted already because they were signed up for a tournament, but I don't know any other really teams at all. I feel like a lot of people don't have teams. Really.
What about you, Maddie? Are you mashing up? Do you have someone?
I don't know right now. So I'm thinking I'm going into it mashing up.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll find someone where when we play, it's like, oh, that clicks, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. Which is weird for me because I've never done a season of mashing up before.
Yeah.
So I'm new to it.
All right. I'm gonna shout out.
What do you guys think are the chances that we could get your boy Guillaume? Does Guillaume do any traveling, or is he just a Canada like throughout the season? That's it.
He travels a little. Yeah.
He
was in Boston last year.
ASL. Yeah.
What do you think are the chances we could get your boy Guillaume to run a tournament with Matt?
Oh.
If you come to Canada, Matt.
Come to America.
Or, what if Mac
Okay,
came to
okay,
Canada?
wait. That's literally what I was gonna do. I can see the future, boys. All right, I was gonna shout out May 17th. All right, tournament in Drummondville, Quebec, my hometown, baby. All right. Okay, shout out for everyone who's gonna watch the podcast. I want to see some American teams there, all right? Because it's my hometown. All right, you're gonna have a place to stay. You're gonna have some food taken care of. So all you have to pay for is literally your flight. I'm gonna come pick you up. You have a place to stay, and you have good food. And Matt, you can play with Guillaume.
Okay,
That's unreal.
Etienne, maybe more than like 4 people are gonna like listen to the podcast. Like, don't promise anything.
Hey, listen, guys. Everything's planned. Everything's planned. You know, it's gonna be insane.
Wow,
it's gonna be insane.
That's a lot of offer. We've been averaging even more views every episode recently too.
Good.
So
good, guys. I'm not kidding. It's happening. All right, it's gonna be the sickest Canadian tournament.
Shoot,
Etienne's
I
hometown.
believe
Heard it
you.
here first.
Huh?
Vinny, do you know about this tournament? Does Emerson know about this tournament?
Yeah, we're all going.
Vinny and me are
Okay.
playing together that one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
You too.
us two. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. No, but it's gonna be-
I want to play Matt so bad now.
Hey, I really don't mind, but listen, I'm just excited because it's the first tournament happening in my hometown, and it would be nice to see some Americans.
That would be cool.
And having
Definitely.
you guys are good people. You know, I would love to have you.
Hey, I've been up to Canada almost every year now for around that. I'd love to keep it going. I love
Yeah.
Canada.
I love Canada too, my guy.
I have a question actually.
Go for it.
Yep.
Because you talk about matchup, right? And you said I'm gonna be new to this, and like in the past years, how the matchup season worked. It was like at the mid season, which either partner you have the most points, you're gonna go with him for like to make a pro run, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like this year, is there a championship? Is there like points?
It's a little different. So there's the national championship that USAR is doing, and I believe I saw somewhere that it's actually like solo points.
Okay.
So it's whoever has the most solo points. And like, so I could, let's say I do okay at USAR tournaments this year, and then for some reason Gabe plays with me at USAR Nationals. There's a chance like we can still make that pro bracket.
Okay.
So not even bracket, it's a division. It's a whole division.
With that, like, can a pro player like pick like a friend that doesn't have enough points to make him like a pro?
But then they'd have to get a good teammate with enough points for the pro division.
Yeah.
So I guess but there's also stuff on the line for like USA team for the Pan Am and like that kind of stuff too.
But there's not like one tournaments that like there's like maybe the Pan Am game, but like without that, besides that, like
no, there's not really an incentive to like really stay with a partner.
No,
it's a weird season. It's a real weird season.
It's gonna be interesting, but yeah, I'm gonna come to the New Jersey one. I think this year I'm gonna remain mostly East, but there's some tournaments happening East in Canada and in the US. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're at the point, Canadian always going to the US. It would just be nice sometimes to see Americans in our tournaments because they're fun, they're competitive. And yeah, I don't know. I just hope that this year, like our CRS, we're gonna have more American teams than in the past years because I don't know. It's fun to see
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's hope, guys. Go up to Canada. It's a fun trip. It's not hard to get over the border. Just get through. Don't have any like vegetables or something. That's like the only hard rule, and then you can go through no problem. I've had a lot of fun at all the tournaments I've been to. Both tournaments I've been to was Montreal, or I went to Montreal and then I went to the Toronto one.
Yeah,
and Montreal was a blast. First time I ever met Etienne, played Etienne. That was so much fun.
Crazy.
Me and little old Corey Weiss taking Swamp Donkeys to extras as our first premier tournament felt pretty good.
Sheesh, Matt wearing his Pit Vipers.
that
No, there
happened?
was it was
My
great.
boy was locked in.
You went to extra?
Yeah, we went to extras with these guys. I think we went to cap. I think we went to cap with Swamp Monkeys and pool play.
Pool play.
Oh, in pool play.
Yeah.
Okay.
It matters. It matters. What are you talking about?
Have you seen Etienne play pool play, bro?
What do you mean?
He's locked in. Canada goes undefeated in pool play, is what I see.
I don't try pool play.
Bro, it's like 25% of what you can do.
No, it depends. Yeah, of course it's different. In pool play, it depends. At ASL, every pool play, I'm having a good time. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, go play those Canada tournaments. I'm telling you guys,
Definitely.
It'll be fun.
Are you guys partaking in the Pro League? And what are your thoughts on the Pro League and what you've heard so far from those guys?
So I'm a commissioner for my division, which includes Montreal, Quebec City. We have Rochester, Syracuse, Ottawa. We have I still need to look into it, and I still have to talk to Alex about it. But yeah, this year I'll be a commissioner, so I'll be in charge of organizing tournaments. But I don't know what it is yet. I really need to talk to Alex. He's gonna give me a good briefing about what it's gonna look like because I missed a meeting in Orlando. But I'm excited. I believe that's the next big thing for the sport. I really do. And if everyone commits to it and puts in the work, and believe and makes it happen, I believe it could be big. But if eventually, I don't know, some people that I don't know, are owners or stuff, and they bail or I don't know, I'm out, and eventually it's just gonna be it's gonna die and go nowhere. But I think it could go somewhere if everyone joins, because I think Alex has a good vision. He's motivated. He's confident. But no, I believe it's gonna be something big.
Vinny, what do you think?
I don't know anything about it, so I think I saw the story 3 days ago, coming into August. So I'm like, okay, I will see in August, I guess.
Yeah, and that also is going to give the chance to more players to join the game. And I really love the squad atmosphere in tournaments. Having all your boys behind you, that's incredible. And August to November. I think 4-5 tournaments throughout the season. And some clubs, that let's say our club with the one we won, it's going to be split up, because now we're going to have Quebec City and Montreal. So let's say on Montreal right now, our top 4 is going to be me, Vinny, Jay, and Ollie. And if, let's say, Vinny wants to keep playing, or I don't know, Ollie wants to keep playing, otherwise if they don't want to play, then we got to find some other players in that area, So it's going to be interesting. And then, Quebec City is going to be Max Prince, Thomas, Guillaume, Anthony Saint-Martin. After that, you're going to have 3 new players coming in. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to see, new prospects coming in the game, see if they pop off, So, yeah.
So you guys think, are you bought in on squads being the future of the sport?
Well, it's so fun, man. I don't know, playing with the same person all year, it's also fun, but eventually, you kind of want, deep down, you would love to play with other people and have a different experience because there's a lot of fun people in this freaking community, man. There's a lot of people in here. I would love to play as many tournaments with everyone as I can. But, the squad format allows that, I don't know, let's say we would all live together like you boys do near New Jersey, You go to pick up together, you work and get ready for those tournaments as a team. I think that's pretty cool, The dynamic of it. Yeah. So
it is cool.
I mean, it's a tough question, right? But I love squads format, so
Vinny, what do you think? If you had to pick for future of the sport, right now rests on this question.
It would be squads. Yeah, squads. I mean, is it for me, it's not that hard. If I look at the tournaments I played and I had more fun, it was all the squads tournaments. So it's either with the same partner all tournaments or with switching ups. Both works. But yeah, I mean, squads it's more fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
Josh, you got anything else on this itinerary?
No, not really, bro. I mean, we have the tour series kind of stepping back, the Premier Tour series coming off the map, the Pro League, which we all kind of agree feel like has the best chance of all the new series is like surfacing. Maybe the best chance is not the right word, but it seems to have the most traction. It seems to have the most people bought in or the most people committed to like, I'm going to travel and I'm going to partake because I'm not traveling as far to do my regional stuff. Yeah, so it was obviously it's a blast to have you guys on. If you're both going to be here for the New Jersey event, potentially, we'd love to get you. We got plenty of people in New Jersey too, so we can house you guys too, and we can rip a podcast in person to talk about all things at that time too. I like both you guys. I like how you both have a little bit of that like dog mentality. You're nice guys too, but like I like when you guys lock in. I feel like there's like 50% of the community when they lock in are still like enjoying themselves, and although I think you guys are still having fun, I like that when you guys are dialed in, it looks like you're ready to kill somebody. I like that energy from you guys, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like we were talking about before you came in, Etienne. We are talking about the USA versus Canada in the Four Nations in the game that they played in their group stage. You know, they dropped the gloves 4 seconds in. Nothing had happened yet in the game. It was just sort of like to set the tone. And like in round net, we can't punch each other in the mouth, you know, but you can do a few things to sort of set the tone. And I think you guys are two of the guys I'd say like a top 4 or 5 people that could set the tone with little subtle things. And I'm like a sick bastard to my core. So I like that kind of like cutthroat stuff you guys bring to the table. So I like you guys. I think you guys are good guys for the game.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate that. And likewise, I love both of you. I'm really grateful that you brought me on the podcast twice and saved me a spot. I'm definitely coming to New Jersey to your tourney, so I'll be staying at one of your houses, boys. All right, you better be good hosts, because if you come to me, you got everything, right? But
we'll pick you up. We'll get you food, but we're not offering that to everybody. Just you guys. How about that?
Yeah. But no, thank you again, guys. Really love you guys as well.
Yeah, thanks you for entertaining people in the off season and having a podcast. I mean, it's cool to see the clips and to listen to it. So like, thank you for like making something in the Run It world to make it a better place. And also, like, who won the game we just played at? We just like didn't count the points.
You did, bro.
Oh, okay. And because Matt, do you have any points?
I actually no, I had 0 points.
Oh, okay,
which is crazy though, because I think I had the best answers for every single one.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was just
it's opinionated. Question. You know, it's opinionated.
Yeah,
great. That's great. That's great. We'll have to come up with a name for that game, Maddie, and run it back and see, like, you know, maybe next time you come up with it, and then I'll partake and see.
The game is Matt Sucks.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys.
You pinned me against 2 Canadians. You pinned me against these guys who are so close.
But yeah, you guys got to keep the games going on the podcast. It's so fun. I love to see them.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, we're working to keep things fun and like keep keep it lighthearted. I know there's a lot of ways you can consume like round net stuff. And I think that it's fun to have our lane, which is kind of like we like to touch on some serious things, but we like to just have a good time with it. The game it's a beautiful game, and we'll see how far we can go with it.
Yeah.
You're a good host.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, love your podcast. And if you guys just want to talk about Run It, I could go all day. It's my main subject.
I love it.
This is major.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much again. Like it's unreal to have you guys here. Such a fun conversation, such a blast always. Both of you guys' second time recording, only Etienne's second time being posted. So thank you to everybody who's watching. If you're still here, that's amazing. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out these guys on Instagram. They're going to be linked below. Check out RoundNet Canada. Check out all the cool things they're doing over there. And
go to Etienne's tournament. We'll put that. If you can send us the link too, bro, we'll put it in the description here too.
Okay.
Yes.
If it's up.
Okay.
All right. This has been real. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
See you guys. Thank you.
Bang.
put me and Josh against Matt and Etienne on a fist fight, who wins?
Repeat that.
We would.
Repeat that.
No, me and Josh against you and Matt. We just fight until death.
Until
Yeah.
death.
We would probably.
Yeah.
Would probably.
I'm not gonna lie.
I would probably.
I would
lose.
do. Yeah, I think I would do it by myself.
No way. No way. No way. No way.
No. Me and Etienne could definitely beat you.
Listen, not by yourself, but with
The first one, somebody would just be snoozing. It would just be a 1-on-1. So who would come first?
like the thing is, okay, like if we're like I'm probably
Go
the
ahead.
weakest and the less strongest one here, and I'm the smallest. But if between you three guys, I would have to bet on someone. It's crazy, but I think I would go with Vinny because the fucking guy's a dog. You never seen this dog, bro.
So you're saying
He's a weirdo.
you'd have to put him out. You couldn't just beat him. You'd have to
But
put
listen,
him out.
the way you're talking, Josh, you look like you also have a little crazy in you.
Yep.
But Matt, you know, Matt just seems too nice.
He's too kind.
But
too kind.
I'm sure he can smoke some people if something goes crazy. But you know, if we're talking, Matt is too nice, and between you and Vinny, both of you guys are pretty crazy. But Vinny's strong, man.
Yeah, he's pretty thick. He's got a thick base.
He's strong. He broke.
Have you seen
know,
me shirtless? I'm always shirtless.
Ollie, you know Ollie,
we all
Josh,
have.
of course.
Yes.
Vinny broke his elbow.
Doing what?
By doing
Fighting.
nothing. No. No,
Oh my God.
that's not what happened. He tried to.
There's nothing.
We were drunk. He tried to lift me, and I broke his elbow.
That's great.
But yeah, one day when at an after party, you know, good vibes, couple of drinks in, we'll
Drummondville.
wrestle. We'll wrestle.
And your
Good,
That sounds
good,
great.
good wrestle. Good vibes, good
Yeah.
wrestle vibes. All right.
Good happy wrestle.
Yeah,
I agree.
Listen,
Happy
I'm always the first one who wants to wrestle, and most of the time I get knocked down, but I don't care. I love to wrestle.